Good morning, little one. He said nope. Good night.
And that one's flipped over because she was fighting Luna. But my fear is that if I put them all together, it's gonna start like World War III with the Sulcata. I think that concludes how tortoises react to balls. Today we're gonna be checking the incubator. The tortoises have laid like crazy this year, so that means crazy amount of babies hatching out. I separated a bunch of sulcata eggs that I thought were bad into here. Well, that one was already hatched out when I found them, but all these other eggs, I think if anything, there's like 1 or 2 good ones. I think the rest are bad. These babies were not even technically Shadow's Reptiles babies. I mean, you could say that they are, but these babies are special because they were actually given to me by one of my customers that bought an adult female sulcata tortoise from me a few years ago. Is having some fertile babies, and they decided to donate them back to me so that I could rehome them to you guys on shadowsreptiles.com. Of course, we're gonna have to separate these babies, and I'm gonna look around to see if there's anything else, although I do not think there will be at this point. Yeah, it looks like there's probably not gonna be too many hatching out today, actually. Let's see in here. All right, everything looks good. These should be hatching out in about 3 weeks. These are gonna take 3 weeks. These 2 are gonna take 2 weeks. And the rest are just gonna be hatching out all over the place.
Several days later.
We have some more eggs hatching out in the incubator. These look like they belong to Shadow from March. Let's go ahead and pull them out and see how these babies are looking. Looks like we have about 4 that started hatching out. The rest have not started yet. Let's set up some sphagnum moths and put these babies in so they're more comfortable. But first, let's go ahead and check the incubator to see if there's anything else. These eggs here, I'm not sure if they're gonna hatch out, so I just left them there for a little bit. And this one here looks bad, so we're gonna take this one out. And over here, we don't have any of them hatching. These were from Shelly. They were given to me, so I don't know when they're gonna hatch. Gonna have to keep an eye on them. Here we have some little babies that are probably gonna be going outside very soon. Now here are the Cuban rock iguana eggs that I collected the other day from Bonnie. They're doing really good. Let's see, some of these guys are probably, sorry little one, they're probably ready to go outside already. And a little bit later, we're gonna soak these, take them outside and give them some food. And now let's set up this bin for the babies that are just starting to hatch. There we go. Now we just need to put a little bit of water in here. Just like this. That extra humidity is gonna help the babies hatch out a lot faster and easier. And let's see, we're gonna take them out and simply place them right there. I'm gonna start out with the ones that are hatching and put them as they go hatching out. That way we avoid putting any bad eggs in here and possibly one of the babies breaking it and creating a whole mess that's very unsafe for the babies. Here they are. These little ones are looking great. I don't really want to flash them, but we do need to take a good look at these little guys. Let's see. There's this little one hatching out. Still has a lot of the yolk sac there, as you can see. And there's the little egg tooth that he uses to break the shell. This one's also hatching. There we go. Good morning, little one. He said nope. Good night. Let's see, there's one more right here. So you can see they start breaking it with that little egg tooth and just start poking their head out. And then they go spinning around inside the egg until it's all broken. Looks like that might be all the ones hatching out right now. So I think I'm just gonna go put these back in the incubator and leave these in the incubator as well. As they go hatching out, we'll go putting them in here. There we go. These guys are gonna be nice and warm with high humidity here. And we'll let them be for another day or so.
Several months later.
We have some bins full of baby tortoises, and it's starting to get a little bit messy with all this Missouri and grass that they've been eating. So we're gonna get all of these babies. We're gonna give them a nice little soak, and then we're gonna set them up in some fresh enclosures. Let's go ahead and keep collecting all these babies and put them in here. I do like to do this at least once a week to make sure that all these babies are doing good. They're all healthy. They're at their proper weight. Their shells are strong. Their eyes are nice and healthy and opening up quickly. Put all these babies in here. Some of these are a little bit messy because they just hang out on top of the Missouri. The water's gonna help clean them up. Look at this one. That's why we need to give them a bath. Now these guys get covered in food and it dries up onto them. Whenever I go through the whole bin, I like to find, let's see, a piece of mulch that's a little long. We break it all up here, just in case we have any baby tortoises. These guys are a little sneaky. We want to make sure we don't throw some away because we are going to get rid of all this mulch. And there we go. Just to make sure it's safe, this bin, we're going to fill it up with more baby tortoises. Lots of little babies. What we're going to do is, since we have so many baby tortoises, if you guys want a free baby tortoise, whoever guesses how many baby tortoises we have inside of all of these bins together, so the total amount of baby tortoises, in the comments, if you let me know how many baby tortoises we have in here, I'll give one to you for free. We have a ton of little baby tortoises. So if you guys are interested in a baby Sulcata tortoise or a baby redfoot tortoise, you could head over to shadowsreptiles.com to purchase one. And if you're a shadowsreptiles.com member, you know that you'll get plenty of chances to win these little babies in our monthly giveaways. Alright, after about 10 minutes, all the baby tortoises go back, and then we got the other batch over there getting hydrated. So this is going to be where they're going to be living, so I don't want to fill this up as much as I did with the bath. Now we have a bunch of baby tortoises in clean enclosures. This is what their water looks like right after soaking. So you can see, very delicious smoothie. Got one batch finishing up right there. The next batch is lining up to get their soak as well. Let's go ahead and stack them up in the rack now. Now it's time to get all these babies from this bin into this one. Today we brought a fun toy for the Sulcatas and all the other tortoises to see how they react to it. Let's inflate it, put it in their enclosure, and see how these guys act around the big ball.
We're almost there.
Let's see. What do you think is gonna last longer, my forearms or this ball inside of the tortoise enclosure? I'm getting some exercise. Tank is getting some exercise.
One eternity later.
We're done pumping the ball. Let's see.
All that hard work wasted.
That was 2 pumps right there. So we're playing basketball with the tortoises.
Oh!
It looks like the Sulcatas were curious in it for about a second and a half. And then he just decided to go towards me. He did look at it in the beginning though. Let's go check the Aldabras. So if we thought that the Sulcatas were slow, these are gonna be even slower. We're probably gonna think it's food. Oh wow.
Why is he scared?
Like, I got real upset. I think that concludes how tortoises react to balls.
Several days later.
So here we are introducing the first new female to the group. We have a few more walking around the yard, so you can see. Another one's tucked up back there. I wanted to keep them separate. I was gonna divide the Sulcata enclosure, but I threw this one in here to see how they would react, and they don't seem to be too bothered by it. My fear is that if I combine the two groups, my group, and that one's flipped over because she was fighting Luna, But my fear is that if I put them all together, it's gonna start like World War III with the Sulcata tortoises in here. But I think as long as the new group is submissive to Tank, there shouldn't be a problem. Let's see. Tank has become a much more calm tortoise than he used to be. If you guys remember when I had him at Johnny's house when he was by himself, he was extremely aggressive. He would be fighting all the females. He would just honestly be hating on them. He would fight all of them except Luna. Luna's the only one he liked. But it looks like now, after being isolated with 5 females for a few years, he has a little bit of a different mindset. He's not as territorial as much as he is wanting to mate. And as you can see, he's going for the new one. But there's Luna. He just bumped into his favorite girl. Well, let's see. Does he want Luna or does he want the new girl? Yeah. So it's safe to say that they definitely acknowledge each other and they know who's who, you know? It's not like they see a tortoise and they don't acknowledge that it's a different one. They know each individual tortoise. Let's go pick up that big one over there. That's punishment enough. But there he is. Looks like the new females are getting along with Tank. The one thing I can't do is add the new male into this group because I don't want him to start fighting Tank, and I don't want them messing these plants up. So we're gonna probably put him on that side. Let's flip this big girl over. There you go, little mama. There you go. Hopefully that'll teach you that you're not so dominant after all. And here is one of my favorite things about feeding them: the way they all start marching up to me, including the redfoots. What's up, guys? Good morning, everybody. Everybody's coming out as soon as they hear my voice. Here's one of the new females. I'm gonna jump her over the border right now. And when you see all of them eating together, it really goes to show how many tortoises we have now. Never thought I was gonna have 11 sulcatas again, but here we are. I don't know if I'm gonna end up keeping them or if I'm gonna sell them off little by little or what I'm gonna do, but they're here for now. And the redfoots are all doing amazing as well. We're gonna have to add more blocks so that they could eat more comfortably. That, or we could put them in the middle so that they could eat from all around. I just like it against the wall because that way the pellets, they don't fall off of it, you know? I don't know. Gotta figure out a better feeding situation for sure. Popeye is not missing out on the food as well. These guys all like to pile up because they got some more food at the end over there, and if she goes over there, I'll feed her some more as well. And the last tortoise was in this corner, but it looks like she's going over there. So it's nice to see that these guys are friendly and they know that when they see a human, it's time to come eat. For the most part, they all went towards the Sulcata enclosure, and all I've had to do is just hop them right over. Looks like she's coming this way as well. Come on, little mama. Come on. It's time to eat. Now to welcome the new tortoises, we have a big donation from my friend Sebastian here. We're gonna plant a lot of this cactus and the rest is gonna go to a nice big feast here for the tortoises. They're already waiting there at their dinner table. So now we have a nice wall full of cactus. We're still gonna load it up some more. Tortoises are eating a little bit of cactus. Redfoots as well. The Aldabras are just starting back there. Look at Luna peeking right there. Let's go get the second wheelbarrow full. And these guys are enjoying their cactus as well, munching away. The iguanas are over there munching away. Those guys too, and we are about to evacuate because it's way too hot. The sulcatas are already finishing up. The redfoots are just getting started on their new plants here. The redfoots have it the best. They're gonna be growing a lot of cactus inside of their cage. Hopefully a lot more to come soon.